Hello and welcome, Golden Ticket family. I hope you guys are having an incredible afternoon. Thanks for joining me for a little afternoon pick-me-up. I wanted to talk a little bit about how to make tough decisions in your life, and I'm going to do that by telling you a story about when I made a tough decision in my life. And that was when I asked for a divorce. It wasn't something I just came up with overnight, of course. It was something that had been on my mind and intuitively was kind of eating at me. And the reason that I made that decision was that I had been feeling like I wanted to do more, wanted to not necessarily have more for my own sake, but have more experience maybe, or, you know, live more on purpose really was the key to what I was seeking. And I just realized that we were not equally yoked. We'd had some things change in our lives, and which was the reason we got together in the first place. And I just realized we were not equally yoked. We weren't going towards the same way, and it was kind of like this split energy when it came to what we wanted. And it just was something intuitive that I decided I needed to do. And it was really hard. I mean, all the emotions and all of the perceptions of what other people might think or what I thought might happen, all the repercussions of going through divorce and all the things you hear, and what will happen with my kids, and will they be upset, and will they be hurt, and will they be messed up in life, and all of that. But I realized after studying that, you know, everything is what you think it is. It's all about your perception. If you can change your perception, you can change your life. And, you know, it was a powerful testimony to me as I went through that I could make hard decisions. And after that, I made other harder decisions probably that didn't seem so hard because I'd already made this, you know, hard decision. And that's how it is in life. Everything is relative, you know. The law of relativity decrees that everything just is until you make it something. And sometimes we title things so much that, you know, we start putting these titles, and it makes us feel like things are certain ways, but they are just that way because you said they're that way, you know. And it's kind of crazy when you understand that you have ultimate control over your environment and your circumstances by just the way you perceive them. So the quote goes, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. Well, that's definitely true. So, you know, the story of my asking for divorce was just this intuitive knowing that I had been putting off, and one day I just let it come out of my mouth. I want a divorce. And, you know, no slight to my ex or anything. It was just, I felt intuitively like I needed to grow, and that massive things were on the horizons for me, and I needed to let go of what was in order to make room for that which was wanting to come into my life. And so I know it was the right decision, and, you know, my kids are going to be loved forever, and, you know, the world is going to be better because of this. That's what I hold true in my mind, and that's what I believe. And let that be helpful for you. Whatever it is you're going through, you've got to believe that the outcome is going to be better than what you're going through now. And if you truly believe that intuitively, you just make the leap. Same thing when I quit my job. I just knew that there was something better waiting for me on the other side, and that's what gave me the strength to go ahead and do it. So, you know, I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about trusting your intuition. It's a very powerful tool that we have. It's one of our higher faculties, along with imagination and with a will and memory and those types of things that we forget we have access to. And when I say have access to, I'm saying it's already in you. You already have this ability to know what's best for you, but you've got to listen to it. So I want to inspire you to change what needs to be changed in your life today, so you can open up a pathway for the better. You know, we have a mind, and that mind is consistent of a few different parts and pieces. And when you understand how the mind works, it brings order to your mind. Because a lot of times when we want to make a tough decision, we have worry and we have doubt, which when you emotionalize these thoughts of worry and doubt, like, well, what if this, and well, how am I going to do that? These thoughts are just the conscious mind going to town, thinking. And when you don't have reins on those thoughts, you'll start emotionalizing those, and they become subconscious fears. And those fears will move into the body in the form of anxiety and depression and disease. And you can't really afford to live that way. So bringing order to the mind and understanding what happens when you think these thoughts and how they're getting emotionalized can really help you to kind of draw back the reins and say, whoa, am I my thoughts? Or am I the one in control of my thoughts? And when you start remembering that, you'll start having the thoughts that you desire. You know, the thoughts of, well, things are going to be awesome. Things are going to work out for me. Things are always working out for me. This is going to be easy. I'm going to learn so much from this. These are the thoughts that, once emotionalized, actually brings you into a state of faith and well-being. And when you stay there long enough, it turns into acceleration. You start actually getting momentum in this positive direction, which leads to this overall just feeling of well-being and into a state that we refer to as creation. And you can't create when you're in this destitute mindset, and when you're in this fearful mindset, when you're in worry and doubt. You're not living your life, you're not living your best life, because you're not creating the life you want. And anytime you're not creating the life you want, by default, you're succumbing to the life that's been given to you, and you're just succumbing to the five senses and the things that have been given to you. If you're at a job you hate, well, you've got to start thinking differently, living in faith, do what you need to do. For me, it was to quit my job, but I did that in a state of well-being. I knew, because of intuition and because I had gotten in love with these new positive thoughts, that everything was going to be okay. Because everything must express through the body, every thought you have. So if you're thinking negative stuff, man, you're going to have negative results in your life. So, if I could tell you one thing to do to get your life going the way that you want to, if it's not right now, is to just make a decision to change the results that you're getting. Just make a decision. Like, I don't like what's happening right now, I'm going to change it. You don't have to know how. That will come, but you've got to get in love with more positive thoughts that will, you've got to start studying the mind more. Understanding the mind will bring you comfort. It will bring you this awareness that you're not just crazy. The thoughts that you're thinking are not, you have to bring order to your mind. And how can you do that unless you understand the mind? So the best thing I ever did for myself was to study the mind and understand what was happening subconsciously when I'd think a thought, which helped me to be more in control of my thoughts. So become an expert on the mind, and you can have anything you want. If you're interested in that, then that's what I do. I'd love to help you understand the mind and why you're getting the results you're getting, so I can help you change them to start living the life that you really want. And the way to do that is to really start trusting your intuition. And if the intuition right now is telling you to study your mind, go ahead and do it. Hope this has been helpful for you. Hope you guys will have a positive day and always practice an attitude of gratitude. And I'll see you back here on Monday afternoon for another episode here at Golden Ticket Coaching. If you guys have any comments about this, drop below. If you have any questions, drop below. I'd love to connect with you on another time. And if you're interested in becoming a coach, then book a call with me, and we'll help you get clarity on whatever your dreams and goals are. Talk to you later, guys. Love y'all.